Alright, in this video I'm going to go through graphing some lines when the equation is written in standard form. So basically what we're going to do here is we're just going to rewrite the equation in slope-intercept form and then graph that because we already know how to do that. So here we are, we've got 4x plus y equals 0. Now we want to get it into slope-intercept form, which is the y equals mx plus b. So what we'll do is just get y by itself. So that's going to be y equals negative 4x, and you can say plus 0 if you want, or not. I'll write that just so it looks like mx plus b now. So all I did was subtract 4x from both sides. Now I've got my slope is negative 4. I've got my y-intercept is 0. Remember, negative 4, that's the same as negative 4 over 1. It's negative, so the line's going to be going down as I go left to right. Slope-intercept is at 0, so right here, the origin. And then I'll just go down 4 over 1, right? I can also go up 4, back 1, and then connect the dots. There you go. There's my line. So these can be easy, like this one, relatively easy. They can get a little bit more complicated. So if we look at this one over here, number 2, what are we going to do? Well, we want to get y by itself, so we'll subtract 10x from both sides, and that's going to give us negative 3y equals negative 10x minus 15. Divide the whole thing by negative 3, so we get y by itself. So y is going to be negative 10 over negative 3, so that's negative over negative is a positive, so 10/3 x plus 5, right, negative 15 divided by negative 3 is 5. Okay, so our slope is 10/3, and our y-intercept is 5. So y-intercept is right here, and then we're going to have a hard time going up 10 and over 3, so I think we know it's positive slope, so it should be going in this direction. What we'll do is we'll just go down 10, so down 10, back 3, and that's going to give us another point on the line. It's going to look something like that. That's not a great line. Maybe a little bit better. Okay. Let's look at another one. So let's try number 6 down here. We've got x minus 2y equals negative 6. Again, we'll get y by itself. Subtract x from both sides. We get negative 2y equals negative x minus 6. Divide by negative 2. And we get y equals, we got negative 1 as a coefficient here over negative 2. So negative 1 over negative 2 is positive 1/2. And negative 6 over negative 2 is positive 3. Gives us a slope of 1/2 and a y-intercept of 3. So go over here to graph it. There's our y-intercept. Slope is 1/2, so it's going to be up 1 over 2. And we can also go down 1, back 2. Now, one case it's a little bit confusing is like when we've got something like negative 4. We saw this or x equals 5, right? So this is what we had when we saw this with the slope-intercept form as well. This can't be put in y equals mx plus b form. The reason it can't is because it's a vertical line. The slope is undefined, so there's no way of writing it as y equals mx plus b. But we know that it goes through 5. We think of it as all points where x equals 5, right? And that's what that means. So, where do all the points equals x equals? All along this line. All along this line. All these points have an x value of 5. And there's your line. Let's look at one more. Let's try this one, number 8, 9x plus y equals 4. So we'll rewrite it. Subtract 9x from both sides. We end up with negative y equals negative 9x plus 4. So our slope is negative 9. Remember, that's negative 9 over 1. y-intercept is 4, so we'll find 4 on the y-axis. We know we got 1 point. Negative 9 over 1, so it's a negative slope going down. So we'll go down 9 and over 1. And that's the only other point we're going to fit on there. So we can draw it like this. Alright, and there you go. So that's how we can graph lines when they're written in standard form. Basically, again, what we do, rewrite it in y-intercept form and then graph it.